And there's some interesting updates today relating to Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. And we're looking at Amber Heard, first of all, is spotted in Israel again. We're going to be looking also at the Why Not productions of the new film. We're going to be looking at statements from Johnny Depp's friend into why and how he's feeling at the moment. And we're going to be looking at the NFTs, where they are in terms of price and their current sort of trajectory. That's a tricky word to say. And we're going to be looking at some habitats, some three-dimensional buildings that you could possibly buy and live in in the Johnny Depp metaverse. I know, it's kind of crazy. We've got some interesting things to look at. We'll look at Maïwenn as well, Maïwenn Lebesco, and the opening of the opening of the filming of the new Jeanne de Barry film tomorrow, and what's going on with that. So without any more ado, let's have a little look. So Amber Heard is in Israel with controversial journalist who was banned from her defamation trial with Johnny Depp because she was live tweeting in the courtroom. Who does that? I mean, who does that in court? Amber Heard was pictured pushing an empty stroller. I keep asking, where is her child? Where is her child? While on vacation in Tel Aviv following her heated defamation trial, that's generous, with ex-Johnny Depp. And AH was out and about in Israel in a black dress. There she is. Flip-flops, nice. And a blue cap. Interesting choice. Okay. Earlier in the week, she was spotted visiting a bookstore, nice, in the city, and enjoying lunch with controversial journalist and friend Eve Barlow. Barlow has remained close with Heard and was barred from the defamation trial for repeatedly taking her phone out and trying to advise Heard's team mid-session. So there she is. She's been spotted walking around Israel and dining at a central Tel Aviv cafe on Monday with her friend. And the friend is a controversial Zionist journalist, and not sure we should get into all that, but who got herself banned from the Johnny Depp defamation trial. Heard was out and about wearing a black dress, as you can see, and she's in Tel Aviv. She was spotted browsing bookstores and enjoying lunch with Barlow, who stood by her during the trial and was prevented from observing proceedings in April, after she was caught texting and tweeting from the front row of the courtroom. The front row is generally reserved for legal counsel. You're just not allowed to tweet and text in court wherever you sit, to be honest. Well, certainly not in the UK. I'm not sure about rules in the US. They're slightly different. I think in the US, well, obviously in the US, you can televise courtroom proceedings. In the UK, that hasn't been allowed for since the beginning of court trials, which was 1772, I think, was the beginning of the Judicature Act. But recently, very recently, there's been a move towards filming the judges' statements at the end of trials in the UK. So that's a different movement, a different position. You still can't watch the trial, but you can watch the judge's verdict in the UK. Well, that's what's going to happen very soon. But yeah, quite interesting. So here we have Amber Heard, and she's been spotted in Tel Aviv with Eve Barlow. I think we can take this as factual now that she's been spotted again in Tel Aviv. And there she is. And is her friend cutting up her food for her? Seems very strange. And I'm sure she can cut her own food up. There she is in a nice blue cap and black dress. I don't know what this woman's doing. Is she checking her phone? I'm still wondering where her child is. She also reportedly tried to provide legal counsel to Heard's team by showing them social media posts of witness for Depp, where she alleged they were compromising posts. But Depp's lawyers successfully filed a motion to have her permanently barred from the courtroom. So that was Eve Barlow out of the trial. And after gaining backlash online for her fervent support of Heard, Barlow claimed that the negative comments against her were fueled by misogyny and anti-Semitism. Of course she did. And here we have some of her friends. There we go. J.C. Halper, owner of Halper's bookstore in the Israel city, said he was surprised to see Heard walking through his aisles on Tuesday as she purchased his book detailing his adventures at the store. I mean, how many adventures do you have in a bookshop? I might ask. But there you go. Maybe he's got like a secret doorway to Narnia. I don't know. But say what you want about Amber Heard. Ooh, don't tempt me. And what little I know about her was negatively influenced by the media as well. The person who browsed my store last Tuesday for almost an hour with her toddler baby girl, no, still can't see, okay, and a couple of friends was a modest, polite, friendly, inquisitive, self-effacing customer with high literary tastes, Harper writes. There's some good marketing going on here. He's given her the bag. He said, can I have a quick photo? Make sure the bag is nice and prominent. Harper's Books, quality used books, can't read that. 87 Albany Street, Tel Aviv, Harper's Books. Great bit of advertising. This guy knows what he's doing. Good bit of promotion. What books can we buy? We could have Officer and Spy over here. We could have I Am Pilgrim. We can have some various books. That looks great. But yeah, very good tactical promotional move there by Mr. Harper. What more does he say? He says, in fact, I had no idea it was her until she presented her credit card. She is also now the proud owner of my book. Oh, this guy's good. Now he's pushing his book as well. The Bibliomaniacs, and promised to send me feedback on it. Oh, this guy's smart. He's gone for promotion here. He's telling the world there's a book available. He's given the address. Brilliant. The bookstore trip came a day after Heard was seen eating with Barlow, the former deputy editor of NME. Was she? The deputy editor of NME? Wow. And contributor for New York Magazine. Heard's outing in Israel comes as both she and Depp filed appeals on the verdict. The jury reached in their heated defamation case, which awarded Depp $10.35 million and Heard only $2 million. Do a quick bit of maths. She owes $8.35 million. She was ordered to pay Depp a total of $8.3 million after being found guilty of defamation, but says she doesn't have enough cash to do so. I understand she's reportedly sold the house in Yucca Valley for a profit of $500,000. Ironically, it says, the Daily Beast reported that attorneys for the actress were begging her to pursue what they felt were tens of millions of dollars she was entitled to through Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean profits prior to their trial. Entitled? That's a word. I mean, did she actually do anything to entitle her to that? But there you go. That's my personal opinion on that. So there you go. There's some comments down here. They're not positive in any way, shape or form. Yep. So we'll move on from that. I was looking at the Halper's bookstore because he kindly gave us the the location, which I thought was great. This is the Tel Aviv street in Allenby Street in Tel Aviv. Looks lovely. And I couldn't actually find 87 Allenby Road. This is 89 and this is 87. So I'm assuming this, excuse me sir, I'm assuming this is the bookstore. But as you can see, I might well be wrong. But there you go. That's my impression, is this is a bookstore. Interestingly, or coincidentally, there's a picture of a carrot, which is the symbol of, or one of the symbols of Johnny Depp, which is, again, quite weird. I mean, they're not related, but I just found that quite interesting. Because if you look on the Never Fear Truth Discord channel, you will notice that a lot of the people have this carrot at the end of their names. You'll see it everywhere because it comes from the Bunny Man NFT, and the Bunny Man was a drawing done by his son, and which he really likes, and he created the NFT into that. And if you own one of the Bunny Man NFTs, then you can do a drawing of a carrot. I kid you not, this is real. You can do a drawing of a carrot, send it to these people, and they will integrate it into the physical print of your NFT and send it to you. So that's why there's a carrot, and that's why it's one of his symbols. So yeah, just a random coincidence right there. Looking forward, we've got the International The Times, or International The Times, or even The Times International, not sure. Johnny Depp's friend dishes on the actor's mental and physical state post-trial. So here we're saying that the film Jeanne de Barry, which also is called La Favorite, is sorry for that, is going to start shooting tomorrow, Monday. It is Sunday, 7th of August right now, and so it's going to start shooting tomorrow. But Johnny Depp's friend is revealed how the actor is doing after the verdict was announced in the defamation case, and he continues to enjoy life in Europe. So the film, or Alice in Wonderland star, this is what they're calling Johnny Depp today, is all set to start shooting for his first film, Jeanne de Barry, post-trial, tomorrow. But the Powell told the New York Post the actor is exhausted, as he's been doing so much after the court ruling. I can imagine he's been going through this trial, 6 weeks of sheer hell through the trial. Then he immediately jumps onto a massive European tour with Jeff Beck, and then immediately jumps onto this new French film in Paris with Marouane Lebesco called La Favorite, also known as Jeanne de Barry, which is about, as I'm sure you know, it's about the King Louis XV and his mistress by the name of Jeanne de Barry, and they say it's freely interpreted or freely imagined, so basically made up story. So we shall see what goes on after tomorrow. The film itself is being produced by this company, which is called Why Not Productions. This is the list of their films that they've produced recently. They are a big operation in France. France has actually got one of the largest film production organisations in Europe. It produces twice as many films as the UK. I mean, obviously not as big as Hollywood and obviously not as big as Bollywood, but it is a very big organisation. France makes a lot of films, and Why Not Productions is a big player in that world. This is some of the films they've made. What else is going on? Well, this is happening. This is from Ion Cinema, good name. And here we have Marouane Lebesco, and it's saying Johnny Depp might have missed out on a nice Disney payday, but he'll soon be holding court with the likes of Louis Garrel, Pierre Richard and Naomi Lvovsky in the now titled Jeanne de Barry, which is Marouane's 6th feature film. In the Screen Daily's recap of the Wild Bunch production company upcoming film slate, the period piece will likely be readied for a Cannes 2023 unveiling. So it's going to be shown initially at the Cannes Film Festival in 2023. So that's going to be, what, April, May next year. So there's some interesting stuff about that. What else is going on? Yes, this is from Pink Villa. Johnny Depp's friend is also explaining why the actor didn't attend the defamation verdict, why he was missing on the verdict. Well, he was saying that the actor had plans to be in the Jeff Beck tour immediately and had planned that before the trial. So Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's trial went on for 6 weeks and eventually concluded in June, but whilst Depp turned out victorious in the case, he skipped attending the verdict announcement at the Virginia court because he was in the UK. He was in Gateshead in the UK, which is Midlands North. In a recent report shared by New York Post, one of Depp's friends explained why the actor wasn't there in the US to attend the trial verdict. A friend of Depp informed New York Post about Johnny's connection with Europe, saying that he wasn't shamed. There continues to be more comfortable there in the US. As for the actor's plans on releasing a new album after the verdict and his concerts in the UK, an insider informed that it wasn't planned but rather serendipitous. Why he wasn't there for the verdict announcement, the insider revealed these plans, as in the tour, were well laid before the trial. The tour and movie were already scheduled, so he could miss the verdict. He couldn't miss the final day of the trial, as I understand. He was not there. Yeah, he had to be there for the conclusion of the arguments, and as soon as he could possibly leave, he got on the tour. So that's why he left immediately. So what else is going on in the crazy world of Johnny Depp? Well, these are the NFTs from the Johnny Depp collection, which is called Never Fear Truth. And the prices currently are floating around 0.395. That's in Ether. And 0.395, let me do some quick. 0.395, that's $666. So this NFT, if you wanted to buy it, is $666. This is a similar price. we're approaching 700 here, 700, and they go up and up and up. So I wouldn't advise buying these unless you really know what you're doing and really know what you're looking at. But they give you access to a physical copy of the print of the NFT. You own the NFT, plus you get a physical copy of the NFT, plus you get access to the Never Fear Truth Discord channel, and you possibly get access to something else which is going to be called the Metaverse, which I'll talk about in a second. There are cheaper versions. This is the Never Fear Truth Genesis collection, and this one is the Never Fear Truth Track 2 collection. These are much cheaper at 0.175. 0.175. So they're around $300 for one of these. $300 gets you the NFT, it gets you a physical copy, and it gets you access to the holders channel on the NFT Discord site if you're interested in that. And you've got a choice of two, I believe, here. We have Bob Dylan and this guy, which I've immediately forgotten his name. Keith Richards, thank you very much, Keith Richards, there he is. So what else is going on? Oh yeah, this is an analysis, a data analysis of the NFTs and the entire collection and their value. So this is sort of like an analytical database. It tells me that there's 2,000 holders, 2,100 holders. The last price for one of them was 0.27. So that's around 400, 0.27, yeah, 455. So the last one went for $455. And this is some interesting data up here. This is the June.com website if you want to look at the data. There's some interesting chart here. This shows us the daily trades and the volume of those trades. So as you can see, it's pretty low. Low trading volume and low value trading volume over a long period from May the 10th to August the 3rd. But something massive happened on this date, and that was on June, 1st of June. And that was the date of the verdict. So as the trial was progressing, suddenly this verdict, which declared Johhny Depp the winner and stated that he'd been seriously defamed, the number of trades and the value of the trades went through the roof, and they've decreased since then. But this was an enormous amount, 211 ether in one day. If I just do 211, 211, $355,000 worth of sales in one day in these NFTs. If we look at the value of the NFTs over the last 6 months, May, June, July, August, April, May, March, April, May, June, July, August, yeah, last 6 months, we're looking here, the last 50 sales, average price was $3,000. So 50 sales, on average, each one sold for $3,000. But now, back here in August, the average price per sale is $792. So they've dropped from this peak considerably. 1,002. 7. So the value or the price of these NFTs have dropped, so that I don't think they make a good investment. I think they're cheaper than they are, but I don't think they're wise to buy, if that makes sense, if you're looking at them in terms of an investment. So yeah, this is the number of people who own them. This is the distribution channel. Have a look at this data if you're looking into it. The most valuable one sold for 20 ether, which is Ether, and one person owns 44 of these things, so that's a lot of money. So that's quite interesting, all this stuff. Well, I find it quite interesting. What else is going on? Well, moving away from art and music in terms of the Johhny Depp art community, we're now moving into physical, well, three-dimensional buildings in a three-dimensional digital landscape that you can buy in the same way that you can buy these NFTs. You can buy these buildings. Again, I would be very, very cautious about buying one of these. I think the value is going to drop considerably. I think they're expensive and they're going to drop very, very fast. But an interesting foray into a digital landscape. So yeah, let me know what you think, and press the old like button and the subscribe button. It is really nice to have you here and to learn about the Johhny Depp sort of world, and of course to find out what our dear friend AH is up to as well. Obviously, don't forget to go and get your books from Halper's bookstore in Tel Aviv. Guy's a genius. Where's his advert again? There we go. Don't forget to get your books from Halper's bookstore in Allenby Street, Tel Aviv. And yeah, let me know what you think. Press the old like button, press the old subscribe button. That really does help the old algorithm. Honestly, it's all about algorithms these days. And leave me a comment. Would you buy that book from Halper's bookstore, or has he made you think, no, I'm never going to that bookstore ever in my life? Oh, it's got a Chinese good luck thing. Right, that's all I've got for you today, and I will see you guys later.